is Chef Mike, and I'm a 4-H Foods volunteer leader for St. Joe County in Indiana. I've been cooking for well over 35 years, and I'm really passionate about what I do. This video is going to show you today about how different techniques of garnishing your plates for the Indie Youth Food Challenge. We'll have multiple opportunities to talk about things and go over different kinds of garnishes. Now, the first thing when dealing with food, with anything, is definitely food safety. And what we need to do about food safety is we need to keep our hands clean, we need to keep our work environment clean, and we need to wear gloves at all times that we can. So first, we wash our hands. And for the purpose of this video, I've already washed my hands. Secondly, we're going to take on our gloves. We're going to put the gloves on just like this. Then you want to also make sure that your whole work surface is clean and free of any kind of garbage and trash and things like that that could get in the way. Also, what's key to remember in food safety is that once you use your gloves to touch something raw or something cooked, you need to change those gloves immediately before you move on to the next project to prevent cross-contamination. So, with all the things we have laid out today, this is going to be our pantry ingredients. So, let's just say that the magical secret dish ingredient today was this lovely ooey gooey bowl of macaroni and cheese, and you kids have made a great product, and the cheese is gooey, but it just looks kind of plain sitting there on that plate. So we run to the pantry, and what can we get out of the pantry to make this dish pop and make it look a little better? Well, we have this great looking parsley right here. So we'll take this parsley, again, being very careful with the knives, keeping our fingers out of the way. And we're just gonna fine chop it up, taking our time. It's not a contest to see who could done the first. When we're done, we wanna make sure we have all our fingers. So we're gonna rough chop that down. Clean it off the blade of the knife. And then we're gonna take just a little pinch of it and put it right on the top and kind of make that macaroni and cheese pop. It's not necessarily about having a lot of product on there, it's just having just enough product to make it look nice and more appetizing to the eye. Okay, so now we got our mystery ingredient. Let's say our mystery ingredient was a loaf of bread and some slices of cheese. Well, duh, what can we make with that? We can make a grilled cheese sandwich. So we made a grilled cheese sandwich, and he looks kind of sad on the plate. I mean, who wants to eat just a plain looking grilled cheese sandwich like that, right? So we're gonna take this grilled cheese, and we're gonna cut it just like Mom used to do. We're gonna cut it right in a triangle like that. We're gonna put it back on the plate, and we're gonna kind of stack it up to give it some height. Now, height makes it more visually appealing, and it makes it more yummy to look at. Now, on top of that, we have these little peppers here, little pepperoncinis, and we're gonna use those for a little garnish on the side of that. We got that beautiful flower plate with some nice little pepperoncinis on the side, and it looks like a meal perfect for your eyes. Okay, next we're gonna move into something a little more advanced. Now, we have these fish sticks. Now, I can't believe that you would get fish sticks in your box. But we're talking about what to do on a plate and how to make the plate look. So with these fish sticks, we're gonna use those as a great example. The one important thing to know with food is, and we talked about this earlier, is people eat with their eyes. And if it's visually appealing, it's certainly gonna taste better for them. So we have these fish sticks just kind of laying on the plate like they're not doing anything and they're not having fun or anything like that. But if we take these fish sticks and we kind of stack them up a little bit like Lincoln logs, those are happy fish sticks. And who doesn't want a happy fish stick? But let's look at this plate. We still need something else. What else can we do to this plate to maybe take it to the next level for the judges? Well, we have our jarred cocktail sauce here that we bought. And this is where we're gonna get fancy, okay? So we're gonna put a little dollop on the plate, pour it right out like this. Okay? We're gonna take a clean spoon. Remember, we're using clean ingredients all the time, clean utensils. And we're just gonna draw a little swipe through it just like that, okay? So we've added that to it. Now, doesn't that look nice? But there's still more we can do to this plate to make it look better. Not only have we made it look better, but that cocktail sauce is gonna make that fish certainly taste a lot better. So we're gonna take one of these fresh limes that we have here, and with our clean knife, we're just gonna do little slices with it. Being ever so careful. Then we're gonna take the slice of lime that we have, slice that slice in half that way. We're gonna make a little twist out of it, okay? So there's our little twist on the side. And that looks okay, but we're gonna take it up one more level. We can do the same thing with a lemon. And now we have a double twist. And doesn't that look so much better and so much more appetizing? And speaking of lemons, I'm gonna show you how to do one more thing with the lemons since we have the lemons out and we're working with them. We're gonna make what's called a lemon crown. We're gonna cut both ends off the lemon like that. And we're gonna take our paring knife and right in the middle of the lemon, we're gonna cut a zigzag pattern, okay? You take your time doing this. You don't wanna, rush to get this done. You can cut all the way through, you can cut halfway through. It's gonna come out the same no matter what you do. Just kind of zigzag back and forth. When I make these, I always feel like I'm drawing the shirt on Charlie Brown because his shirt's kind of zigzaggy like that with the black thing across the front. So that's my silly little side story for that. But we'll keep going, and eventually we'll get back to the beginning if we can find the beginning. I think we found it right there. And then when we take these apart, 2 cute little lemon crowns. And again, we talked about things in odd numbers looking better. We don't want to overload the plate, so we're only going to put half of that lemon crown on there. And that might be a little overkill for that plate, but just something else that you can do with the lemons. Okay, so in our mystery basket this time, we got some ribs. We've cooked the ribs, we've barbecued the ribs, and we've put them on the plate. Now again, these are sad ribs. They're just kind of sitting on the plate. Now I like ribs, and no rib's really a sad rib, but they need to look a little better. We need to give them a little life to those ribs. So what we're gonna do is we put 3 on the plate because odd numbers are more visually appealing to anybody. So that's why back to that number 3 again. So we're gonna take those ribs and we're gonna kind of stack them up a little bit, make them look just a little bit more appealing to the person coming by or to the judge that's gonna judge your plate. Sometimes they don't want to cooperate and sometimes they do. We'll get that up like that. And then we made some potato salad. So we're gonna take this potato salad and we're gonna scoop a generous portion on the side. And again, for these plate presentations, we wanna make sure that our food's not touching and we wanna keep it clean. I tell my kids when we're doing this competition that less is more, so you don't want to go overkill with it. You want it to look nice and clean in your lines. Remember to clean your station as you go and discarding any trash. So what we're going to do to garnish this dish, we're going to take a little bit of paprika and sprinkle it right on top of that potato salad. That's going to help, just like that. And then we're going to go back to our orange, just like we made the lemon and lime twist. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to make an orange twist. So slice that nice and thin, being very careful as you go. Slice the orange halfway through that way. And we're gonna put it right on the plate like that. Then we're gonna go over to here. We have some fresh cilantro. We're gonna take a nice bunch of cilantro and kind of lay that right over the top just like that. Okay, the next dish we're gonna work on is, let's say we got some tomatoes and some peppers and some onions in your mystery basket and some tortellini. Look what we've done here. We've made marinara sauce with tortellini. So what can we do to make that dish just look a little more pop and a little more liveliness to it? Well, what goes good with any kind of spaghetti and pasta? Obviously, Parmesan cheese. So we have some nice thick cut Parmesan cheese pieces here. And again, this is such a small portion. We don't need a lot of cheese to put on there, just enough over the top like that. And then we're gonna sprinkle just a little bit of parsley around the edge to give it a little more color. And again, when you're garnishing these plates, the type of plate that you have sometimes makes a difference as to what you can put on the plate. A nice white, clean plate like this lends itself to a little bit of parsley around the edge to make it give it a little more pop to it. Then lastly, we have the simplest of all simple things. We have a nice cup of applesauce. And what goes good with applesauce but cinnamon? Cinnamon is something that's gonna be in your pantry. You're gonna have available to that at all the competitions. So we're just gonna sprinkle a little cinnamon on top just like that. And there you go, a nice dessert cinnamon sprinkled applesauce. Now that's some happy looking food. This has been Chef Mike. Thanks for watching. Good luck with your 4-H Youth Cooking Challenge contest.